Hello, everyone. My name is Moussa, and I'm a PhD student from International Islamic University, Malaysia. And my topic of presentation today is what drives smartphone users to conduct mobile commerce transaction in Malaysia. So now let's get started. Okay, this is the presentation outline of my topic. I will start with the background of the study, follow with the problem statement, the research objective, the research questions, the literature review, where I will discuss about the review of different literatures from different scholars, from previous scholars, and then I will talk about the methodology of the research. Then I will move on to the data analysis and the result and discussion. Okay, now starting with the background of the study, as we all know that nowadays mobile telecommunication technology has really advanced in the last few years because we cannot live with the smartphone as we can do whatever we want with the smartphone. We can conduct mobile transactions, we can check our financial test status, we can make a payment with the smartphone, and also we can book a flight ticket, we can book for hotel, and we can do whatever we want with our smartphone. So this is the reason why nowadays we cannot live without the smartphone. Now I will show you some statistic that has been conducted by the World Bank. In 2002, they found that 8.27 billion of the world population are using mobile phone, and also they found that the smartphone usage reached 6.5 billion of the world population. Now, in addition, the International Telecommunication Union (ITU) also conducted a study in 2005. They found that the usage of internet was 16%, while in 2021 this increased to 63%. So from here, you can see how the usage of internet has really increased over the years. Now, the Malaysian population in 2022 was 32.78 million, and this increased to 34.49 million. 34.49 million as of January 2024. Now, according to Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission (MCMC), they conducted a study in 2021. They found that 94.8% of the Malaysian are using smartphone, and also 89.53% are using the internet, and also 62% engage in mobile shopping. So this is to show how the usage of smartphone or mobile phone and also the internet has really increased in Malaysia. Okay, now moving on to the problem statement of the study. The first problem is that when you compare mobile commerce with other activities, you will find that the usage of mobile commerce is very low in Malaysia because the MCMC conducted a study in 2021. They found that most of the Malaysians that are owning a smartphone, they use their smartphone for other activities such as text messages, social networking, and also voice calls and video calls. So the majority of the smartphone owners use their mobile phone for this activity instead of conducting mobile commerce transaction. And now this is the first problem. The second problem is that when you compare mobile commerce to e-commerce, you'll find that the mobile commerce is very low as compared to e-commerce, while knowing that more than half of the e-commerce revenue comes from mobile commerce, and also uh, and also and also knowing that the mobile phone is very convenient because we can be with it wherever, and we can use it at any time and anywhere. So these are the two problems that this study is trying to solve and give some recommendations. Okay, now for the research objective. The research objective of this study is divided into two. The study has a general objective and some specific objective. The general objective of the study is to examine the drivers of intention to use mobile commerce among consumers in Malaysia. As for the specific objective, the study has three specific objectives. The objective number one is to examine the effect of performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, and perceived trust on intention. Number two is to examine the effect of perceived trust and intention on the actual use of mobile commerce. And number three is to examine the mediation effect of intention between perceived trust and actual use of mobile commerce. Now, since the study has three specific objectives, the study also have three research questions. Question number one, it is, what is the effect of performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, and perceived trust on intention? Number two, it is, what is the effect of perceived trust and intention on the actual use of mobile commerce? And the last questions is, what is the mediation effect of intention between perceived trust and the actual use of mobile commerce? Okay, now moving on to the literature review of the study. First of all, we have performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, and perceived trust on intention. According to previous scholars, they found that these four variables has a significant influence on intention. So based on their study, four hypotheses were proposed. Hypothesis number one, performance expectancy has a positive effect on intention. Number two, effort expectancy has a positive effect on intention. Number three, social influence has a positive effect on intention. And number four, perceived trust has a positive effect on intention. Okay, now we have perceived trust and intention on actual use of mobile commerce. According to previous scholars, they still found that these two variables has a significant effect on actual use of mobile commerce. Some of them found these two variables as a predictor of actual use of mobile commerce. So based on that study, we propose these two hypotheses. Hypothesis number five, perceived trust has a positive effect on actual use of mobile commerce. Hypothesis number six, intention has a positive effect on actual use. And now we move on to intention, perceived trust, and actual use, meaning that intention mediating the relationship between perceived trust and actual use of mobile commerce. So some scholars found that intention is fully mediating between these two variables. Some find that intention is partially mediating between these two variables. Therefore, the researcher proposed this hypothesis: intention mediate between perceived trust and actual use of mobile commerce. So this is the research, the conceptual framework of the study. From here you can see the study has four independent variables, one mediating variable, and one dependent variable. Okay, now this is the research methodology of the study. The study is a quantitative approach. Okay, a data collection method has been conducted with a measurement scale, 5-point Likert scale, ranging from 1 strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. Now technique is a non-probability convenient sampling has been conducted, and the sample size is 390 respondents, meaning that 390 questionnaire has been collected from consumers who own smartphone and conduct mobile commerce in Malaysia. As for the data analysis, two tools has been used to conduct data analysis. The first software is SPSS, which stands for Statistical Package for Social Sciences, and the second software is AMOS SEM, which stands for Analysis of Momentum Structure. Okay, now this is the result of the study. From here, you can see the convergent and discriminant validity. As for the convergent validity, the CR, the value of all the variables above 0.7, the first table, and the AVE, average variance extracted, is above 0.5. Okay, now as for the discriminant validity, the discriminant validity says that the AVE should be above the MSV, and the MSV also should be above the ASV. Okay, and the second table is the table de facto loading after the EFA, the exploratory factor analysis. This is the table, the factor loading, which include the reliability Cronbach alpha, the composite reliability, and the average variance extracted after doing EFA. Okay, the third table is the KMO and Bartlett's test of sphericity. This requirement is that the KMO should be above zero point 0.7, okay, and the Bartlett's test of sphericity should be statistically significant, meaning that it should be less than 0.05. Therefore, all the reliability and discriminant and convergent validity meet the requirement of the data analysis. So from here now, we conducted the structural model to determine the hypothesis of the study. So from here you can see, from the first table you can see 6 hypotheses. Among these 6 hypotheses, only one is not supported, which is hypothesis number 5. All the other 5 hypotheses are supported. Okay, regarding the mediation effect, we can see that intention play a full mediator role between passive trust and actual use of mobile commerce, meaning that intention is fully mediating the relationship between passive trust and actual use of mobile commerce. Okay, this is the structural model, the table that I have shown just now. This is the result from the structural model. Okay, now let's move on to the discussion. The theoretical contribution of this study is that the study has identified the drivers of mobile commerce in Malaysia by extending the UTAUT model, which stands for Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology. The study has tested and validated the conceptual model, and the study has emphasized the importance of trust. The study has also emphasized the importance of performance expectancy, effort expectancy, and social influence on mobile commerce. And the study has also explained the importance of intention as a mediator. Okay, regarding the academic contribution, the study adds to the body of literatures on the actual use of mobile commerce among consumers in Malaysia, meaning that academicians, researchers will benefit from this study when they want to conduct a study on mobile commerce. This will be a source of literature for them. And also the study linked to the gap in the literature on the actual use of mobile commerce in the context of Malaysia. Okay, now moving on to the managerial implication. Understanding the drivers of mobile commerce will really help the managers to take some strategic decision, and it will help them, it will allow them gain more insight into how to enhance the adoption or the acceptance of mobile commerce in Malaysia. And also it will help them also design user-friendly applications that are useful and trustworthy, and also in order to create a favorable intention and improve the actual use of mobile commerce in Malaysia. Okay, now for the limitation, the data was only limited to those who are 18 years and above and own a smartphone, conduct mobile commerce, and live in Klang Valley. Klang Valley is in Malaysia. Okay, now the majority of the respondents also are Malaysians, so this is one of the limitation of the study. And also the study excludes some other factors that might have an influence or an effect on the actual use of mobile commerce. Okay, now the direction for future research. So since passive trust has no direct influence on the actual use of mobile commerce, future study may consider measuring this factor, further analyzing this factor to see whether if it will have an influence on the actual use of mobile commerce. And also another recommendation is that the majority of the respondents are Malaysian who are above 18 years and above. Therefore, future researcher may consider all the consumer regardless of their age in order to uh, examine the drivers of mobile commerce in Malaysia. And also, future study may consider including some other state of Malaysia, knowing that Malaysia has 13 states. Okay, future study may consider including other states of Malaysia in order to measure the drivers of mobile commerce. Or future study also may consider conducting a comparative study. Okay, now for the conclusion, the study has successfully reached its research objective and answered all the research questions. Intention fully mediates between perceived trust, and actual use of mobile commerce. And the study identified 5 drivers of mobile commerce, which are performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, perceived trust, and intention. Therefore, mobile commerce providers should consider these factors in order to improve the usage of mobile commerce among consumers in Malaysia. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Bye bye.